What the fuck is up with TikTok and ruining all of our standards?
Oh, are those tacos? You better believe they're tacos.
Let's get the taco. Who would have thought they'd have tacos here?
You realize that's probably a Camel ass taco.
Told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight.
Give me one of those famous giant beers I heard so much about.
What's against your lips? It's so good.
Start the episode already. What are we doing?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Talkers with Beer. I'm Alfie.
And I'm your boy, Felix Phil. And if you are watching us on YouTube, we ask that you please hit that subscribe button and that like button and that bell button so that way you get notified every time we drop a new episode. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, any of those audio platforms, make sure you hit the follow button on that so that you too can be notified every time we drop a new episode.
Please smash that like button.
And that subscribe button.
Yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Chilling. It's
Dude, it's
Texas.
fucking hot.
Jesus, it sure is.
You feeling that heat, right?
Bro, yes. Yeah, I'm feeling the heat so bad. It's like
You look like you're in like beach
I'm
vibes
giving you
over there.
summer vibes because I had to change because it's like I can't even wear a regular shirt anymore because it's so hot. And like I'm not a skinny guy, so you know like that heat just makes my body like produce more sweat and it's like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to see me with sweat stains and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't help. I mean, what is it? Not that I'm not saying like you're like super big person or anything, but it doesn't help in here because we got all this fucking lighting going on. So that shit does make
I
it
tell
a
you what,
lot
it's better
harder.
than being outside because right now, like the weather says it's like 94, but the heat index, that's where it's like feels like 104.
Yeah.
So like the heat index is what slaps you in the face. It's not really necessarily the heat. It's just the heat index. It's like the humidity. That's what sucks. It's
Yeah.
kind of like being with a crazy girl. You know, she's beautiful, but she has those toxic traits that just makes you like, do I really want to be with you? So that's what it
Yeah.
feels like. The heat is the beautiful. Like the 94 degrees is beautiful, but
Yep.
it's the heat index, which is the toxic part that just makes me like, I don't like you.
You know what? It'd be great if we weren't fucking here working or at work if you were on vacation doing something.
Yeah.
I've been on vacation.
Yeah, let's but it's not a vacation you want to take.
Yeah.
So yeah, you called me up and you showed me your foot and I was like, what the hell happened to you?
Yeah, I got a fucking hairline fracture on my foot.
A hairline fracture.
Yeah, hairline fracture.
Why do they call it a hairline fracture when it has
Because-
nothing to do with your hair?
Well, just to show you that it's such a tiny split, but the bone cracked, but it didn't break. So I'll tell you this: I've rolled my ankle, I've sprained my ankle,
Guilty.
I've broken my ankle.
I ain't done
That
that yet.
foot, everything on this same foot, on my left foot,
Really?
where I got this hairline fracture, and the pain. Nothing. None of those compared to the pain from this hairline fracture.
So how'd you do it?
Oh man, I
Don't tell me it's something stupid.
Yeah, it was something stupid. Just stubbing my toe into shit at high speeds.
What did you just stubbed your toe and you got a hairline fracture?
Yeah, it was a little more complicated than that, but you know, just
So how did that? So what'd you stub it on?
bed frame.
A bed frame.
Yeah.
Yours or?
No, it was my girl's.
Oh.
Yep.
So it was just in the middle of the night, you're like, I have to get up, take a piss, or I have to get up and get a drink of water, and boom! Like, how did the scream happen? Like, did
There
you?
was a- there was no scream. It was just
Oh,
like
just a. Oh yeah.
nah, dude, there was none of that. It was just like hitting it really hard. It hurt, and I was like, whatever.
Bro,
So
fucking stubbing your toe,
okay.
it hurts itself. Like ice cream.
Well, no shit. But I'm just saying, like, the pain, there was obviously pain. Okay, but I'm just saying it wasn't enough for me to be like, hey, I think I broke something. So what I did was I just went, my girl had to go out of town. They're going out to some water park thing somewhere else. So I was over there. I came back to the apartment, and then I threw on a movie. I was sitting down watching a movie. And as I'm sitting down, like my foot is fucking throbbing, bro. So I take off my sock and I look at it. It is fucking purple. And I was like, okay, cool. So
I got a bruise.
I got a pretty big bruise now. So I got an ice pack, just put it on my foot, kind of chilled it there for a couple hours. I kind of pretended like the pain wasn't there, just whatever. Laid down. And then I think it was like around 11, 12 o'clock. I was trying to go to sleep and I could not. there was so much pain. I finally got around to going to bed. So I woke up like at 5 a.m. in like sheer pain, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I was like, damn. Okay. I definitely fucked something up. So I just, took my ass to the fucking doctor and got some x-rays. And sure enough, it's a hairline fracture.
Did you go to the ER? Or did you go to like to a?
I went to the ER.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which
so.
did they test you for COVID and everything?
Nah, they weren't doing any of that.
Really?
Nah.
Because I remember
Bruh,
that's like,
hey, hold on. And then see, that's another thing, right? So it's like, who do you believe with all this shit? Because it's like, oh, these hospitals are so overburdened, right? Because like we've said before that I share a grid with a hospital because I have the hospital here. There's a really big major hospital around here that I share the grid with. So it's only a couple blocks away from here. And it was fucking dead, dude. It was like just walking straight in and then
but yet the hospitals are overfilling with COVID patients.
Yeah, they are, apparently. I don't know, man. It wasn't the case.
That's why we need Daddy Trump.
Oh, yeah? Why? Because he's going to tell it to you straight?
Yeah.
He's going to tell you the truth?
He's going to go, what hospitals? There's no hospitals overflowing. I tell you that. I got some really good friends up in the high places. There's no hospitals that are being overbearing. It's all a lie. Just like the election, it was all the rig. Everything's rigged.
I gotta tell you, that was like the worst impression of Trump I've ever
Really?
heard.
Oh man, I really tried on that one.
Nah, it was all right.
Appreciate
But yeah,
it.
man, so it was just a hairline fracture, got a boot, and I just haven't been able to go to work because I can't really walk around. Like the pain, it is like my foot has been like throbbing, bro. It's like. It's the worst kind of pain, man. I wouldn't fucking wish it on anybody.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Not
worse.
your worst enemy? I would.
It's worse. It's worse than a break. I gotta say.
It's worse than a what?
Worse than a break.
Oh, worse than a broken foot?
Yeah. I've had like I said, I've broken.
I've never broken anything. Maybe I've rolled my ankles a couple of times, which I'm still feeling it right now. And this happened like 3 months ago. But like me, I just feel like it'll go away. So I don't want to go to the hospital. After it, like going to the hospital, like getting my gallbladder removed, it's kind of like I haven't really paid attention to that hospital bill. So I'm just kind of like, maybe it'll go away in the next 8 years, and then I'll go back.
Yeah. No, it's one day when you actually have to go to the hospital for something and have to check your leg for something, a doctor might actually say, "Hey, you've been walking around with a broken foot for like 10 years. You didn't feel any pain?"
Nope. Not a fucking thing. The only pain I got is in my heart from my wife.
Yeah, dude. So that's actually pretty important, man. You got to go and get that checked.
Yeah, I know, but that's for losers.
Fuck you, man.
No,
otherwise it's not gonna set right.
It's more of a. I think it's more the bottom of my heel. Like I don't know if it's my age. It's the bottom of your heel that kind of hurts. But I don't know. I think it's just I didn't work out correctly, and I think I tore something like my Achilles or something.
So like this didn't happen to you while you were walking or something like that?
Well, okay. So my left foot happened when I was walking, and I was walking my dog, and I have a Great Dane, so that the dog's pretty huge. It's like to my stomach, basically, maybe to my chest. And I was running, and she usually runs with me. She gallops, really. She doesn't run. She just gallops because that's how big she is. So she cut me off.
That fucking horse.
Yeah, she cut me off. And when she cut me off, I kind of like moved to the side. And then, you have that sidewalk and then the grass. So I stepped in between that, and I just said, like I rolled my ankle. And which sucks is because my wife and nobody was like near my area. She was like at her mom's that day. So I literally had to walk back on the dog with like hurt ankle. So it's like I was like this close to just saddling up on that Great Dane and letting her take me home. But, I don't think she'll be able to pick me up.
The only other time I remember being this painful is when I broke my wrist and like it completely separated. Mm-hmm. That was like, I remember that night they gave me Vicodin, mm-hmm. and I took the Vicodin, and it made me feel kind of dizzy as I was laying there. And so I got up and I was kind of like trying to adjust, and there was just so much pain. I couldn't sleep. So I went into the living room and I was just sitting on the couch, just trying to sleep, while being like sitting down on the couch. I just remember my brother waking up and he's like, "Hey man, are you all right?" I was like, "No, dude, I am in so much fucking pain right now."
With a little tear in your eye. I need help.
Hell no, I wasn't crying, dude. I was just like, "No, dude, I'm in so much pain." And he's like, You fucked yourself up good this time, didn't you?
Well, you better wait it out, you little bitch.
Yeah,
You gotta
dude.
love brothers.
Yeah, exactly. He was just like, you fucking idiot.
I've never actually broken anything. So, I mean, I wouldn't know how to react if it's broken. Like, Dak Prescott when he broke his ankle in the middle of the game. Like that, like, what is it called? It's a...
That's...
Why are you laughing?
Because that's the fucking... that's what you want to bring up is his ankle.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like, I've never experienced anything broken like that.
Yeah.
Where it's just out of place and you just don't, everybody's like, ooh, and don't look at it. Like, I've never experienced that. And some people are like, it doesn't hit you because it's like, I think your adrenaline starts pumping right.
Your adrenaline is like going, like when I've broken like multiple bones, you don't feel it when it happens. It's afterwards, like once the adrenaline starts coming down, it's like me not realizing, till I got home and I was like, oh, okay, so it might be fucked up. And then it's just being worse and worse and worse and worse.
Shit, it's purple. Is it supposed to look like that color?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I definitely fuck shit up.
The only thing I've gotten worse is just shit in my gallbladder. That was it.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you're just like, that's the only thing I know.
Yeah, dude, it's been fucking whack though, because I just been in bed the whole time, just trying to rehab my leg, trying to get the.
So what have you been doing? What's your
I've been watching
bed activities?
Just watching a lot of TV, man.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude, I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
What's
just catching up on shows. I actually watched. Jonathan recommended. He's like, "Have you not watched Attack on Titan, which is some anime?" And I was like, "I tried to watch it, and I just wasn't really into it." He's like, "It's really good. You should check it out." So I was like, "Okay." I got past like 2 or 3 episodes, and then I got hooked. And then like next thing you know, I killed like 4 seasons of that show.
Yeah. Do you normally watch anime?
No, I don't really watch a lot.
No.
Mm-mm.
I tried to watch.
It's really difficult for me to get into it.
Yeah, I think it's hard for me to get into anime too. Like I've been like for a while, like when my kids were like really heavily deep involved in Dragon Ball Z, like I tried.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z, I could watch that shit all day.
Yeah,
every
but
day.
I mean, when I was a kid, but I don't remember none of that stuff. So when I was trying to like go back and watch it, because I have the Funimation app.
Yeah.
So you can go back and watch like all the Dragon Balls.
Oh, you don't have a Crunchyroll?
What's that?
It's kind of like a Funimation. It's just anime stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have that.
So the Funimation is an app, right?
Yeah, it's an app, just like Netflix, Hulu, but it's nothing but anime.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing.
Right.
It's
That's what I
all
thought.
the animes.
Yeah.
Basically. So and on Funimation they have all the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, what X or whatever the rest of the other ones are called. They have all that. So he's seen all those episodes, and I don't know. I just can't like grasp onto it. Like I can't grasp onto anime.
Now imagine people that watch fucking cartoon porn anime.
That's weird.
No, I'm just saying like that just does it. It's like anime barely does it for me. Where I'm like, I can't even like get into this. I'm like, how you gonna get into fucking cartoon porn anime? That shit is fucking whack. Yo.
Yeah, like I don't
Some
know.
weird
They're
ass
just,
fucking shit. Japanese people, bro, when it comes to this kind of shit, dude, they're fucking weird with that shit. Yeah, dude, it's like that fucking tentacles fucking and shit. You're like, what the fuck is this shit, dog?
You're just kind of like, yeah, I'm not eating sushi no more.
Yeah.
You don't fuck that up for me.
Yeah, it's not like I guess who's being like a fucking pervert and sleazy like Cuomo. His ass got fucking. No, he didn't actually get impeached or
No,
not impeached, but
he
I
kind
mean,
of like he resigned.
Yeah, he resigned. Like they're gonna remove him. They're gonna get rid of his ass.
But
and
you know
then-
what? He fought to the very end. He was kind of like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. Just like Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's got that big case against him, where all these women are claiming that he's like he paid for all their services in the massage parlor, and there's like over 100 and some women, and his settlement case came in and. He said that all the the girls want to settle out of court, but they're like, if you settle, it kind of looks like you're guilty. And Deshaun Watson was like, he's like he was willing to settle with them, so that way it was like, be done with and get it over with and get on with his football career. But they were like, if you settle, it looks bad. But then Deshaun says, okay, I'll settle, but y'all got to come out in public and show your faces to all the women who are trying to bash him. When he said that, they all said no. So what does that tell you?
Well, I don't know. What does that say?
What does that say? What does that say? If you
hold
saying,
on though. But if you are a victim of sexual abuse, would you want to put your face out there?
he's saying they're all lying.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you're a victim of sexual abuse, would you want to put your face out there?
I mean,
Like, look at what was this kid's name? Right, he was like fucking some chick on the beach, and she was unconscious, and I can't remember this fucking white dude's name. And she, the whole time, like, she kept her identity, like, you know, like, she didn't want to fucking tell people who she was the whole time, because it was like, this kid like raped her on the beach while she was unconscious.
Yeah. Okay.
He was
so
like fucking
like
her.
Different.
Some dudes found him, threw him off, and you know.
Yeah. Okay. That right there.
Do you remember that? Case?
No, but I don't. But I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. Well, his ass was just like, he resigned. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. The amount of pressure that he's gotten, and then.
Well, he's the governor.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no.
I think he's on a different state, or the mayor.
Of New York. Yeah, New York City.
New York. And you're mayor of New York, like a big city.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And it's like all these like allegations against him. And then it's like you said, he was sticking to his guns and saying that he was like, oh, I didn't do it. And then finally, I guess all the pressure of all these like new cases. And
I think it was more of a political move. Like, hey, you need to just go ahead and walk away.
Yeah.
Because a lot of decisions like that is not really made up to the person who's involved. It's more like the party around him that are making him do it. You know, so it's kind of like his lawyers are probably like, it's gonna probably be best if you do this, or you know, even though you're like, I'm innocent, this ain't never happened, I'm gonna stand my ground, you know, because to be honest, the way the world is set up now, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Well, see, that's the thing too, right? So it's like as soon as the headlines run with it, people won't even like, if it's like clickbaity enough and it's like damaging enough to you. Most people will run with that story, and then it'll turn out to be regardless of if it's once it's been like redacted and like changed, and then most people are never gonna get to that change story. So that first story is gonna stick.
Yeah,
it was like I don't know. See, like this other recently too, even that you're talking about, that was like this video that was going around Reddit that there's a cop who like this guy starts recording the cop, and the cop just throws a baggie onto his like the back seat of the car, and he's like, I got you, man. I got you on camera. I saw you throw that in the back of the seat. I mean, in the back seat. And the cop's like, yeah, okay. I got a camera too. So, and then that's kind of where it cuts off. And then it's like this whole video, see, this is the police, and nobody can respect them, and blah, blah, blah. But then lo and behold, if you actually click the video, then I remember seeing, because see, that's what I'm saying, most people won't. So like when I click the video, because I always go down to see what the comments are. I want to read what people are talking about, right? Yeah. So it's like I go and it says right here, full video. Well, I clicked the full video to watch it.
It was anime porn.
The cop is like frisking this other guy that he pulled out. It was like his other friend from the car. He reached into his pocket and he grabbed, and it was an empty bag at that. And he throws it in the back seat. His empty bag that he pulled out of his pocket, right? So it was like he's like searching him, reaches into his pants to make sure he doesn't have shit, finds the bag, it's empty, just throws it in the back seat, and that's just that cutout right there, where it's like, hey,
you just see him throwing it.
Yeah, it's like, I just saw you plant evidence, you know. So I'm like, damn, dude. And then I'm sure most people are not going to see that. No, you know, all they saw was that first clip, and they just fucking ran with it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
But that's how it is, though, right? That's how the internet is. It's just all clips, and then everything has to be clickbaity. Everything. It's like the fucking news networks are a dying medium, so the only way that they can get people to watch them is you got to be clickbaity, man. You gotta have all.
It's
this
not
shit.
Even news anymore. It's who can release it first and who can trend. That's it. It doesn't even regardless if it's true or not.
Yeah, and if the news is about who can release it first, now, would you even consider that news? Hey guys, we're taking a break to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Me and Phil did it, you can too. And the best part, it's free. Anchor hosts our podcast. And I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't start sounding great until we switched to Anchor. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. And honestly, the best part is Anchor will distribute your podcast on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money, guys. Trust me, Anchor is everything you need. Anchor.
Serious question. Would you let a guy take you to a chain restaurant, like to Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Applebee's on the first date? Because I wouldn't. Like, I will just never reply back to you because what?
Okay, so this is going to be our next topic because
Oh, God.
I'm sick of these people on TikTok, and especially, you know, I don't want to sound like a sexist person or anything like that, but women like this, you know, because basically, like, okay, I get it. I get what she's trying to say. She's like, I'm not going to be, you know, I guess she's trying to put her standards out there, but yet I don't know if she was trying to do that, trying to get some views on TikTok.
Yeah.
But the amount of backlash that this girl got, I think she had to make another video. I don't have the other video, but pretty much kind of like backtracking what she said, kind of like, oh, I'm just saying that I need to set a standard for myself. But it's kind of like, okay, you say you don't go to 5-chain restaurant, and if I take you to a 5-chain restaurant on the first date, so, and after all that, you wouldn't text me back. So you're saying that you're willing to go ahead, go out on a date with me, let me pay, because you know, as a guy, we're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
Oh, you got to, bro.
the fact that you sit there, you know, we say we have a good time, conversation, I'm feeling the vibe. Obviously, you're not feeling the vibe because you already don't like it. That took your ass to fucking Payway, okay?
Well,
Or Olive Garden.
I was about to say, what about Olive Garden?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know. What
saying.
would be like first date material there?
I'm just saying, like, it's like what is considered a first date. But the problem is she just took it upon, like, not even saying, okay, what if this guy's like really is a good guy? You're just pretty much already going off of what he's taking you to, that you're not gonna talk to him anymore. You know, that's kind of like, that's childish. 1, 2, you can't be, you know, 30-something years old, you know, in your late 20s with the same mentality because you don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do believe you have a girl. That girl's 30 or in her 30s.
yeah. So it's kind of like you mean to tell me that you can't communicate that with me? That you got to just all of a sudden just not talk to me anymore?
Well, I mean, on top of that, also like, what? Who do you think is taking you
Hold
to
on,
this date?
let's play this back because you know I have to hear this one more time because I just kind of like what?
Serious question. Would you let a guy take you to a chain restaurant,
Okay.
like to Olive Garden,
Yeah.
Red Lobster, Applebee's on the first date? Because I wouldn't. Like, I will just never reply back to you because what?
Okay, first of all, Red Lobster is expensive as fuck. And if you don't text me back because, you know, oh, it's not a... Where the fuck do you want to go? You know, I take your ass to McDonald's. Shit. You know, I'll take you to Whataburger, have the best time of your life. But, I mean...
It's a fake fucking culture that exists on TikTok, and you know it's these fucking kids, bro. It's like all these, and then I mean, okay, so one to begin with, if somebody's like taking you to fucking Red Lobster, and if you don't like it, that's like a big no for you because it's a chain restaurant, you know. Like, I can understand if they took you to fucking Applebee's. I'd be mad as fuck, too. I'm sorry, not Applebee's. What's the other worst one?
Cheddar's.
Chili's. No, Chili's.
Chili's?
Oh, God, don't even get me started with Cheddar's. Cheddar's is disgusting.
Cheddar's, Chili's, and
My girl
Applebee's.
keeps telling me that I need to give Cheddar's another try because it's actually good. She was like, both times that you've gone, it was just a mistake or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well.
I'd rather sit in
maybe
the line. I'd rather sit in the line at Whataburger.
Yeah, well, that's you, okay? But obviously she's not gonna text you back if you take her to fucking Whataburger.
But I just think nowadays these kids, they go
It's a
to...
toxic ass fucking culture
Yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't exist in it only exists there. It doesn't really exist in reality. I mean, like if you're trying to set up all these standards for people, especially kids, if you're like 18, 19, 20, like, okay, where are you going to be taking your fucking first date on these fucking fine dining experiences downtown Fort Worth? You know, like, let's go to what is that, like Riskies, or there's a couple other ones, dude, where it's like a tomahawk is like $180, and you're like,
Would you
yeah,
say-
let's go there, dude.
What if I took it to a food truck?
Hey, this is what I was gonna say. Like I feel like on a first date, there's like the in Dallas, what's it called, Food Truck Alley, or
Over there in Singleton?
God damn it, yeah, it's somewhere
Oh,
over
yeah,
there.
no, you talking about for Kyle Warren Park.
I'm not exact. I don't remember what it's called because I've gone up there for a couple events, for like radio events, and it was like a whole food truck scene, and they had like food trucks in there, and then they had live bands playing. They had like like a radio station that was there that day. That was the reason that we went up there. And dude, like the vibe up there was fucking cool as shit. Like that would be like the perfect place
For a first date?
Yeah, to take a date, because there's like people all around you. There's bars, there's food trucks. You get to pick like what kind of food you want. They had like 5 different food trucks. They had like one that was like specializing in like mac and cheese items, and like a pizza one, a hot dog one, and then like a hamburger one. Then they had one that had tacos. So it was like, it's like this huge range of shit. And then they had like 4 different bars in there. They had live music, and then everybody's like outside. It's not, you could go inside if you went into the bars, but like the huge middle area is it's completely open. So it's like, they have tables outside, and you're just like chilling out, drinking. I feel like that would be like the perfect date, a first date, because it takes a lot of the pressure off you, because a lot of times if you have to go somewhere, like let's say it is a sit down restaurant, it's just you and this person, depending on how that goes, that could be a really bad meal.
Well, obviously to this chick, she ain't gonna take you back.
Nah, and there's a reason why that bitch is single.
Exactly. See, women decide on the guy who they want to be with. Men decide when they want to get who they get married to.
I guess.
No, I guess nothing. Women decide who the guys that you want to be with, but the men's the one that decide if they get married. Think about it. The men decide when we get married. We decide who we marry.
Yeah. Okay, if you say so. I think maybe that illusion.
No, I'm
that
serious.
you
Like,
have.
I'm serious. Like, think about it. If your girl were to propose to you right now, would you accept it and say yes?
Wow, that's a loaded question, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, like, would you even accept the fact that,
I don't know. I would feel kind of
like,
insulted a little
exactly.
bit.
Once
because-
again, men decide when they want to get married.
Okay, but they're gonna pressure you to it.
They
though,
will,
when
but
they're
if
like,
you're
hey,
not,
hey,
if you're not,
hey,
if a
hey,
man's
hey,
not
hey.
ready to get married, he won't do it.
Yeah,
But then if he does get pressured into it, then that marriage is already doomed anyway.
Not that I would say no, but it would just feel like, what? I don't know. I feel disrespected as a man. Like, wait, hold on.
Because the man decides on who
Like,
he
wait,
gets
hold on,
married.
dude. Like, I thought I wanted to. Like, you just took this from me.
Exactly.
'Cause
the
like
man
this
decides.
is supposed to be my shit.
The man decides that the man is the one that comes up to the woman, decides you're gonna be the one I marry.
Yeah, and then okay, so it's like all these like fucking high standards that they're putting. That
that's
it's like,
stupid.
and it's like you said. So it's like all these women are all like, oh yeah, hell yeah, they're clicking and like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's why all those women are fucking single and got baby daddies, because they ain't dealing with that shit.
Bro, you got 3 kids with 3 different dudes.
You have no standards.
You're a fucking,
And now you want to have
you're
standards?
definitely a fucking, what is it? You're definitely a catch.
I saw this one thing. It says like all these women have these damn standards, and all their baby daddies don't meet none of them. didn't meet none of them.
Yeah, they didn't meet any of them.
Yeah. So
That's fucking savage, dude.
I mean, it's true. So I mean, I think TikTok is kind of like ruining a lot of these kids too, like relationship advice. This is the worst place to get relationship advice is on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know?
And then all these fucking disorders. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, like, there's a lot of mental disorders on there for like, like people that have like multiple personalities, where I'll be like watching something and he's like, this person's claiming to have multiple personalities. I'm not saying that that's not real, but maybe you shouldn't fucking follow somebody on TikTok that has 3 million followers and is basically making a living off this character and telling you that they have multiple personality disorder. I mean, they basically go like back and forth. It's like he's having a conversation with a woman and a man, and he's like going back and forth like, well, I don't know, and blah blah blah. And this one, this personality doesn't like certain things, and this personality is straight, this personality is bi, this other personality is asexual, and
Which
I don't
one
know.
of those personalities is gonna shut the fuck up?
Yeah, dude, but I'm serious. That shit is like rampant on TikTok, bro. And then on top of that, these kids are trying to explain shit like, hey, there's you gotta, you could be asexual if you know if you don't want to have sexual relationships with this person today, so that makes you asexual. But in other times, you would want to, so it would change. So basically, you're fluid. So sometimes, and I'm just watching this shit like.
This
I'm
is
like,
the garbage
fuck,
we-
dude. No, I'm just sitting there going like, come on, Meteor, just fucking hit us already. I think we're overdue for one. Let's just go. Let's go.
I think a lot of people that stuff that people put on TikTok is just there to get views anyways because their algorithm is so fast.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people just do dumb shit, say dumb shit, act stupid, and say the most bizarre things because they need clickbait. They need people to, and it's kind of like they need everybody's approval to watch them. They need the approval for everybody's likes. They need the approval for people's comments.
Yeah, dude, that all that stuff, it's like we know it's like it's very addicting. It's very addicting to people.
TikTok is addicting because you're seeing the amount of gains you're getting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, oh my god, I'm doing something. Like everybody's seeing it. So sometimes people will get on there and then they may say something, stupid like this fucking woman right here saying dumb shit like that, and then another woman will look at it and be like, oh yeah, she's right.
Well, yeah, that's
When it-
right.
And then,
like,
it's just, and then it becomes like a domino effect.
This is the standard
This
that
is the
I
st-
need to
yeah,
have.
exactly.
For
When it's
men,
like, look,
because men ain't shit.
exactly, and that's how women are. That's how women are now. I mean, that's how men and women are. But you gotta understand, like, you really can't get your relationship advice off of TikTok.
Yeah, if you're getting relationship advice off TikTok, then I think you really need to go find help.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even think none of y'all should be in a relationship if y'all trying to get your relationship advice off of TikTok.
Yeah, or
especially a
trying
woman
to-
like this,
dude. And then these people are like self-diagnosing themselves on fucking TikTok. I have this fucking disorder. It's like, no, you're just fucking stupid, bro. Like you're so fucking stupid.
No, my favorite one is when they get on there and they start crying.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh man.
No.
Okay, so there was this one video. Is this girl? I guess her big ass fucking python, yellow boa constrictor died, and she's just sitting down,
Crying.
like, sobbing, like, oh my god. And
she's
she
trying
has she has sad
Philip,
music
she's
playing,
trying to connect with people.
and she has she has this sad music playing, and then you have those ones that make fun of her, like they did the Stitch on her.
And
Then this guy goes, okay, so he cries, sees the snake, goes, oh, wait a minute, hold on. And then sets the phone up to record, and you hear it ding, ding, ding. Ah! So it's like you do it on point, it's kind of like, now is that real?
Yeah,
If you have to set your camera up
I think it's like you're just fishing for compliments, or in this case, you're like fishing
for attention.
Yeah, you're fishing for attention. You're fishing for people to feel bad for you. Like, oh my god, we're with you.
Right? It's all snake
Are
lives
you?
matters.
Are you? Oh god, dude, it's so crazy. Like the landscape for the internet. Like the internet is amazing. It's an amazing place for information. You can literally find just about anything you want.
It's a dangerous place.
But it's also a place where people have built like echo chambers for themselves to where it's like, it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying because I'm here with my friends that all think the same, and then we're just like fucking talking and going off and we're all making sense to each other because we're all saying the same fucking shit.
They're all literally robots that are all synced up together.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I love how the internet's given us social media and the way to connect with people online with playing video games and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's just like, god damn,
The problem is
I wonder if we're like peaking right now. Because this is like, if you really start to look around at like everything, right? So it's like the social culture war that's going on right now with like brown people, black people, white people, the white guilt, BLM,
Antifa.
the fucking
Magma.
magma.
MAGA.
No, who's the fucking Wright brothers or some fucking
the Proud Brothers.
Yeah, the Proud Boys.
The Proud
shit.
Boys. That's what it is.
It's just bro. It's fucking ridiculous, man. All the shit that you see online, and then it's like all the stuff that the left wants, you know, to people to comply with like, oh, there's all these genders, there's all these things,
and I'm supposed to accept all of them.
I'm like, what? You know, when you're like, it's they, them, he,
them, her, she, he, or it, but if they can, I don't know. Yeah, it's too many titles.
Yeah, and then what you get is, okay, we're at the point where
you get a dysfunctional family.
We're at the point where, in the society that we live in, I don't know if this is necessarily here in Texas because I really doubt it, but I know that if you say that if you claim to be female, you get arrested or whatever, they'll put you in with the female population because, you know, that's how you identify. You're a female, even though you're a man.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
So a man can play it off and be like, I'm a female, put you in a female holding cell, but really he's a male, and now he's got access. He could be a rapist, and now he's got access to all these women.
Yeah, because he identifies as a female.
That's stupid.
Yeah, like you just have to identify as female. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is out of everything, all this TikTok culture, everything, you know, like this internet culture, this woke culture. It's literally led up to this point where it's like, if you identify, I remember like a couple of years back, I think it's changed now, but it was like, oh, it got so ridiculous that a dude would just show up to a lifting competition and be like, oh, I identify as female, and then just fucking tear every fucking record in there apart.
That's what they did in the Olympics. One of the guys was a transgender, and he lifted up in the females, and they're like, "Come on, man! Like, yes, you may identify in your head, man. In your mind, in your head, you may think you're a girl, and you're identifying as a woman,
yeah.
But biologically, your body is telling you you're a boy by your strength, because we are stronger than women. That's that's a given fact."
Just genetics.
It's genetics.
Yeah.
So for him to compete in a woman's weightlifting, you know, come on. I mean, I can get it like, well, women can do as much as men can, blah, blah, blah. But still, you have to go off of, everybody has to be equal in certain aspects, even in biology, you know? Because think about it. If a man turns into a woman, goes through the whole sex change, does he have a period?
No.
Okay, so he never really fully what it feels like to be a woman.
Absolutely not.
Can he give birth naturally?
No.
Okay.
No.
So like in your mind, you can be a woman, but biologically, you're a man. But I just think, you know, as a society now, we have to accept it because that's what the world tells us.
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
dude.
to
Like,
accept it.
You know, if this podcast was like big enough, everything that we're saying right now would probably get us canceled.
We'll get canceled for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Get us
but you know
canceled.
what? It only gets canceled if we have sponsorships.
It's not that, but it's like I also don't give a shit. That's the reason why I wanted to fucking have a podcast so I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, you know? And it's like, yeah, I absolutely think that's ridiculous. Somebody like to try to force that down your throat. There was an incident, and it was a couple months back, and it was like at a massage place for like women, and you know, this man, she identifies as female, and she went in there, and they're in the changing room, right? And there's this mother with her daughter, and this, you know, obviously he has the fucking dick and balls. He's in there changing. And this lady got so fucking mad, bro. Like, she went up to the front and she was like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I'm in there with my daughter, dude. It's like, how are you letting this motherfucker in there? And they're like, there's nothing we can do. She's female. She identifies as a woman. There's just nothing that we can do. And she was like, this is fucking bullshit. It's like, you guys should be ashamed. He's in there walking around fucking showing off his penis to this fucking little girl. You know, I'm just saying, like, if you're there as a parent, you know, you think it just blows my mind, bro. Like, I'm like, how could we have let it get this far to where it's shit like that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's just the world we live in.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, yeah, what would you do? Like, you're fucking, let's say it's your wife with your daughter, and they're in there, and she comes out and she tells you, she's like, there's like a lady in there who's got a dick, and she's walking around flopping it in front of your daughter and us. Like, don't you think you'd be upset? You'd want to go in there and beat the shit out of this person? Like, what are you doing? My daughter's in here, you fucker.
Yeah, well, I don't have a daughter.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why I don't have a daughter.
I don't have a daughter either. So, but I'm just saying, like, I think that's completely fucked up, and that's just outrageous. It doesn't even fit in my head that we've allowed it to get this far to where, like, to the point where they can even go to jail with female inmates.
Look, there's this thing. Look, I accept everybody, but I don't accept about everybody's ways.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I don't mind. That's the way it is. Like I'm not mean to everybody. I treat everybody with love, but I'm not gonna accept your ways in my lifestyle. You live how you want to live. I don't care, but don't force it down me, and don't force it towards my kid because I run my house a certain way, and you can run your house however you want, but just don't force it and just constantly try to throw it in my face. Like, look, that's like being an alcoholic, and if I tell you, bro, I don't want you to drink in front of my kids, and you still drink in front of my kids, that's disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. Because like we know how you get. It's just stop. Don't do it around here. And you're like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Well, then guess what? You ain't gonna be around here anymore.
Exactly.
And
So
you ain't coming
I'm
around
not
here
gonna
anymore.
hate him.
Yeah.
But I don't have to accept everybody's ways. That's all I'm saying.
Hey guys, we're taking a break to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Me and Phil did it. You can too. And the best part, it's free. Anchor hosts our podcast. And I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't start sounding great until we switched to Anchor. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. And honestly, the best part is Anchor will distribute your podcast on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money, guys. Trust me, Anchor is everything you need. Anchor.
The fuck is that?
All right, guys. Now it's time for some What the Fuck Is That? With Alfonso. Now, these stories may sound stupid, dumb, we making up shit, but no.
Or bizarre.
Or bizarre, but they're real. No, they're real. And what do we got today, Alfonso?
All right, dude. So a man says he killed his kids over a QAnon conspiracy theory and serpent DNA, fearing they'd become monsters.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So a California surfing school owner was charged Wednesday with killing two young children with a spear gun in Mexico because he believed they would become monsters, authorities said. Yeah, dude. Matthew Taylor Coleman, 40, of Santa Barbara, is facing a federal charge of foreign murder of U.S. nationals, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. Coleman confessed to the FBI during an interview that he took his 2-year-old son and his 10-month-old daughter to Rosarito, Mexico, where he shot a spear gun through their chests, according to the affidavit filed by the FBI agent with the criminal complaint.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, dude, it always fucking trips me out. Like, somebody, like these conspiracy theories bullshit. Like, somebody believes it's so fucking much that you would go far enough to kill your family based on something that you believe somebody has.
Do you ever watch the Doomsday Preppers?
Yeah, dude, I have watched the Doomsday Preppers.
Those are the biggest conspiracy theories. Like, they go to the extreme to build some shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, they're fucking. What do they call it? Their bases. I guess.
Bunkers.
Yeah, their bunkers. The little base that they got going on, and well, it depends. Some of the people that they showed on the show, some of them look pretty legit, man. Like some of the stuff that they had, I was like, wow, man, that's crazy. Guns and like the food supply to last them for like 2-3 years, something like that. I like that at the end of the show though, or at the end of showing them, they give you a rating of like. How long are you likely to survive if like some shit actually went down?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, most
You
of the
think
time.
those are the ones that took all the toilet paper?
No, it was like fear mongering. That's what it is.
I'm surprised we ain't no fear mongering now.
Why? How's that?
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like everybody's getting all scared. Like, oh my God, we're going to get shut down again. And then there's the toilet paper is still available. So what did this guy believe in?
Well, so Coleman was detained. He was detained at the border, where during an interview with the FBI agent, he explained that he was enlightened by QAnon and Illuminati conspiracy theories and was receiving visions and signs revealing that his wife possessed serpent DNA and had passed it on to his children, according to the affidavit. So this dude was obviously fucking crazy.
They thought they were shapeshifters?
Yeah.
The reptilians?
Yeah, dude. Like, who the fuck is Q, dog? There's like this whole documentary on HBO. I haven't actually watched it because I like conspiracy
there's
theories,
this new one
dude.
on Showtime about the UFOs, and it's
I know. I've been trying to watch
with
it.
J.J. Abrams.
Did
the
you watch
director.
it?
No, but I'm going to. They got this new
Wait,
one.
you have Showtime?
Bro, I have it all.
Let me borrow that login.
I have it all. I'm not gonna tell you how I got it. I'm just saying I got it.
I was trying to fucking bootleg that shit, son,
So-
but I can't. I'm like, fuck, I can't find it.
To me, there's also on Netflix the UFO files. The secret of the UFO files.
Yeah, I did see that, and you know, since I'm gonna be here for who knows, maybe another week, I'm definitely gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Oh man, I stay in that rabbit hole, bro. I've already made my bunker in that rabbit hole. Like, I don't know, something about me, it just kind of like it's starting to get fascinated with UFOs and aliens and stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
like some of the stuff, like even dating back to our history. Like, you ever watch Ancient Aliens?
yeah.
And like stuff like that, it just kind of makes you think, like, bro, some of that stuff that just didn't appear out of nowhere. Like, it had to somehow get here.
Well, you know, and then what I think is like pretty particular, kind of strange or odd about it is like most ancient civilizations always talked about like the gods coming down from the sky in their like fiery cages, or you know, somehow like explaining away. Like if they're looking at spaceships and they're trying to explain it in their day of how that could actually be explained, you know, where it's like they would say like, you know, so like during like the Roman times or something like that, they would say like the chariots of the gods, the chariots in the sky with flames. And it's like, well, that's the only thing that they had as a reference, right? Where it was like a chariot, but
Because
it was
they came in through the atmosphere. So when it comes into the atmosphere, it's on fire.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so I like conspiracy theories, but I think that's kind of like the reason why most people right now are just so fucking crazy and insane on the internet.
Yeah, because conspiracy theories are running the internet right now.
Well, because it's really easy to sound really smart and just say a bunch of crazy shit, and then especially if you have nobody there to fucking stop you and be like, "Hey, wait a minute, what? Hold on, what did you say?" Like that made absolutely no fucking sense.
Or when they come out with facts, like facts shown this, and they'll show like an article. When it's like, what article did that come from? Because what was that one?
That's TikTok in a fucking nutshell, bro.
So what article did you used to give off that it would be on there and it would be like a fake news, but people would run with it?
It's called The Onion.
The Onion, yeah. So it'd be like shit like that, and then they would run with it, and then they spread all this false information, and then and it just people run with it.
Yeah, and then recently I think there's another one. I think it's called Bumble. Ugh, God damn, I don't know what it is, but it's like it's a parody news basically. So it's not real, but what's funny is because it does bleed into like real things, and then you know it's like if. One thing that we've learned about this pandemic is that fucking politicians are a bunch of fucking idiots, you know, and like the way they fucking ran everything and the way they do things, and it's like you're just like, okay, so these people that are in charge are really fucking stupid and really susceptible to just about the same shit you and I are, you know, because they're just fucking humans. And it's like sometimes they would be quoting those articles, you know, like famously, I can't remember this politician's name, but he was quoting The Onion, and there was an article on there saying that it was about Plan B and how Plan B was building like these like multi fucking level structures, you know, that they were gonna have like 100 stories, and he was quoting it. He was like, and they're gonna start building 100-story buildings, and we're just giving them all this fucking money. And, you know, and people were just laughing at him. They're like, this motherfucker's quoting a fucking Onion article. You know? And you're like, oh, man. Because, and to be honest, dude, the fucking articles are, they're written so well that you could, if you didn't know any better, you would believe it. You know, and a lot of the times, a lot of those articles are just like copied and pasted onto Facebook, and because we all know Facebook is the place where you go and get like all the real news, the true news, right? For like all the boomers, that's where like all these old people are like yelling at each other.
It's a
Are
boomer
they?
fest, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially-
dude.
That's why I kind of unfollowed the news, local news, entertainment news. I know I shouldn't, but to be honest, I didn't even find out about this mask mandate about school until I got a letter from the school, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what happened?" And they're like, "Yeah, you didn't hear."
Is there a mask mandate?
There's a mask mandate that in Dallas that they're pretty much making these kids wear masks and the staff wear masks again.
Oh my god!
So I didn't even know about it until my kid's school said something about it. And I was just like,
how would you feel about if it turned into this whole like mandated vaccines that are mandated?
It's starting to get like that. What are you talking about?
Well, how would you feel about that?
I mean, how I feel about it now, I just feel like it should be a freedom of choice.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you should be free to choose whether you want to take it or not. Yeah. The fact that these companies are going out of their way and forcing their employees to do it, I don't know, man. I don't even know if that's legal to begin with. Okay, so one. Are I have to look this up because I don't want to fucking come up with bullshit. But
to me,
any of the vaccines approved by the FDA?
I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's kind of like, look, I get it. I got vaccinated. My job kind of asked me to get vaccinated, so I got vaccinated. My wife isn't vaccinated. And
yeah.
I feel like, people are like, well, you don't know unless it happens to you. And like, it has happened to me. I did catch that shit. I know what it feels like. So, and then they're like, yeah, I had some family members almost near death experience that had it. And I know some people who died from it. But at this point, it's just kind of like for a vaccine, not everybody's body is the same and we're accepted the same. We're just going off of what the government's telling us to do. Now, to the point to where they're like, okay, you can't work here no longer. It's kind of like they're making you get it, or they're telling you, and they're making you get it without actually telling you that. They're just like, we're going to cut off all your supplies. You can't travel. You can't,
Yeah, like when they start mandating the fucking the vaccine passports, I'm just like, what? I don't know. But look, like even if because I went to the FDA website, right? So like FDA.gov, like their first thing that they have is the coronavirus 19 update. And it says today, the FDA announced that it has found certain lots of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine drug substance manufactured at an emergent facility in Baltimore, Maryland, to be acceptable for use for potential export. The AstraZeneca vaccine is not authorized for use in the USA, but the FDA understands the AstraZeneca lots or vaccines made from the lots will now be exported for use. So they have these vaccines that have been approved for use, but they're not approved for use here in the USA, which is fucking weird, man. Because I'm like, why don't you just make it FDA approved? Like, if they were FDA approved, I feel like more people would be like, oh, okay, well, it's FDA approved. But the only thing that they have is like they're approved for emergency use, right? So that just makes people look. The point is, right? If you look at all the data shown that if you're vaccinated, the it's like a 0.1% that you might actually die in a hospital of COVID, even of the variant. If you're not vaccinated, that percentage is way higher. So now that you have that information, go out to the world and you make your fucking decision on whether you want to get vaccinated or not. Now, the fact that they want to have a fucking goddamn mandate and make people do it, I don't know.
It just sounds fishy, right? It just sounds like, why? Look, if I'm sick or if I have people who have cancer or something like that, you know, diabetes, and you don't force them to get treated because, you know, they're trying to save your life, you know, you don't force it upon them people, but why all of a sudden it's COVID, you know?
Yeah, I don't know,
like
man.
you're forcing this on upon us for this vaccine, and you're cutting off all of our, little by little, you're cutting off all of our supplies unless we get this vaccine. But yet you're not that way when it comes to cancer, or it comes to diabetes, or it comes to stuff like that, like stuff that's really, you know, that's really an illness to us. You're saying this vaccine's free, but yet chemo is expensive.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your prescription for diabetes is expensive. But this vaccine that I have no idea what the fuck it is and what it does,
that we took, and we're like,
and we
hopefully
just took
in the
it,
long
and
run,
hopefully I'm gonna be okay because the government said so. Like, come on, man, that doesn't seem a little fishy to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna go down into conspiracy theories, this is the reason why. If you get a little too involved and you get it too close to the chest, like, look at this fucking asshole who goes out of his way to kill his own children, thinking that they got some fucking goddamn serpent DNA. You know, it's like, come on, bro.
You don't have a spirit gun, do you?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
I was looking for one the other day. Well, that's it for us today, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and then hopefully you made it through this fucking episode. This is the episode that's gonna get us canceled. We appreciate y'all watching the last episode, because basically this is probably what it's gonna be. So make sure you check us out on, if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. Hopefully you did hit that unsubscribe button because you're pissed off of what we said, but you know, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. We'll be all right.
So make sure you also follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, all that other good stuff. And to catch up on all of our episodes, you can go to the website at tacoswithbeer.com or www.tacoswithbeer.com. And you can catch up on all of our latest episodes, from our very first episode to our latest episode. And we're actually coming up on a year. So we stick around, because we may have some pretty good giveaways, and it's gonna, y'all probably gonna want these giveaways, I promise you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so other than that, make sure you keep those tacos hot and spicy.
Those beers coming. We're out.
Hey, will you guys let me know if this ever airs?
I hate goodbyes.
Get the hell out of here!
Bye, Felicia.
Think I'll go home now.